Hey y'all. Being present still in the midst the whole like getting dizzy, because when you get dizzy it's unpredictable. And for those who have Meniere's, do you know what this is like? It's like unpredictable. But I think because of that, and I saw this post, I looked it up and I said, you know what? I'm getting tired of the whole like getting scared. So I said, how do I embrace this? Right? As I fix my EMF protector thingy. How do I embrace this? And I said, something hit me last night. And I typed it in today. I said, just embrace dizziness, chaos, or Meniere's. And then I got some posting that, we just really have to. It was just a message of not only keep going, but also letting go, but at the same time, still doing what there is to do, whether it's something that you want to do or you love to do. Could be anything. Like right now, I'm still feeling the. Oh, my hair's not fixed. Uh, I'm still feeling the aftermath of the dizziness. But as I did my yoga today, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna hold that pose. I'm going to not necessarily resist. It felt like I was resisting, but I was like focusing. I was really focusing, and I said, okay. So I said, oh, okay. So I can do this because I'd done it before when I used to train a lot. Um, and eventually it does get better, but the goal is not to have a goal. The goal is to just have fun in the moment and just be present. Always be present and just see it for what it is, not as anything but that. And so something I learned and I'm still learning, and it's a kind of like a training thing. If anything, like the the training I'm going through with anything in life is this. Is probably one of those things when you get too comfortable, and it's just like this. For people who have seen my chart, it's again because astrology is a tool. It's already showing what's already there, and what's already there for me is the whole that I'm meant to, so so to speak, to have this. You can say yeah. Like I mean, I do have control over what I choose to believe, and I choose to believe that I can always get through things. And many times for me, it's all about like finally, when you get sick and tired of it, and it's like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of feeling weak, helpless, and it's not to say that being helpless is a bad thing. The aspect of being helpless, that's a good thing about it, is to be humble. So in this case, I'm using my helplessness, humility, to become more than that. Right? So I'm balancing things, and it's just yeah. So in any case, I can see the hyper energy going through. I can sense it already, but the lesson that is we all have to go through is it's life is like that. It doesn't have to be our. It can always be the environment or whatever it is. The form can be chaotic, but how we perceive it is going to help when we become more present. And that's where the stability comes in. It's kind of like I don't know if you heard this, but like, or if you've ever done this. Where I remember when I was younger, back in 20 something, when I was in high school too, I'd listen to a lot of music, and it just like loud per me. If I listen to what I listened to back then, it's like, what the heck? It's so loud. It's like it's chaotic stuff. But same thing amidst like a lot of family members, or there's traffic or like honking. By It's that sort of that observation that I felt it as the whole. You become that space, and that's why I said in a previous post, it's like when we're present, we actually feel we're not attached to it. We're literally like right here. Eckhart said earlier in a different video, he said that, there was a question that was asked that, I think something like, if you, something about substance. I didn't get the actual question, but it was like a post on his channel, on the channel, right? And it was about substance, or like if you need to have alcohol or something. I don't know exactly what it was, because I didn't hear it, but I get the sense that it was something to do with any sort of like escape, like alcohol, drugs, or whatever. For some people, it might help, like to do whatever sort of recreational thing they need to do to escape to. But he said this is more about rising above the thoughts and the emotions and the identification of form, not going below it, meaning not being enslaved by it, because when you're under something, you're enslaved by it, right? So, yeah. So, in any case, I thought I'd just post this video and share. Like, it's part of the process. I'm going to still. Yeah, so people with Meniere's, there are practical ways to go about it, of course. But I think people are researching this now, or people themselves are researching this. That it's different for every person, but usually it definitely has to do with caffeine, sodium content, and alcohol, any form of alcohol. Those are the main triggers, but particularly for me recently, it was stress and lack of sleep, or rather, both and or both. Some of that, whatever. In any case, that's all. Thank you.